The debate over Britain's relationship with Europe has flared up once again. Prominent Brexiteer Nigel Farage has leveled a serious accusation against Prime Minister Keir Starmer, calling his government's actions a great Brexit betrayal. Let's examine the key points of his critique. First, Farage establishes his core allegation that the Prime Minister is breaking a definitive promise made to voters.
So Keir Starmer's great Brexit betrayal is fully underway. Of course, remember, he was Remainer-in-Chief. He was the man pushing, above all, for a second referendum to overturn the result. But he went to the country in July 2024 with some absolute assurances we would not be rejoining the single market, the customs union, or the European Union.
That is the foundational charge of betrayal. He then points to specific policy areas where he claims this realignment is already happening. He cites food standards as one immediate example of the UK following EU rules, arguing it surrenders parliamentary sovereignty.
But just this weekend, he's proudly said that we're now following single market rules on food products, and that actually we might align more closely with the single market if it's in our national interest. Well, I don't think this man even believes in anything called the national interest. He just believes in Brussels. He believes in globalism. He believes in international law and all of those things. And what it really means, what does align mean? What it really means is we will follow European Union rules and laws. Westminster will have no say whatsoever.
Farage then argues this alignment extends to energy policy, framing it as a direct threat to British industry and future economic growth.
We're signing up to the European Union's internal energy and electricity market. The Daily Telegraph described it as net zero being doubled. We will now have to follow European Union rules on net zero. It'll further damage British manufacturing. It'll make it impossible for us to have data centers, AI, crypto, all.
Significantly, Farage does not place blame solely on the current government. He also targets the previous Conservative administration.
Wholly unrepresentative of the country. Are there frustrations with Brexit nearly 10 years on? Of course there are. And the main one is that the Conservative Party did not take us away from enough single market rules, therefore making it easier for Starmer to realign us. And remember, one of the main reasons we voted Brexit was to get back control of our borders. And under the Boris wave, in 1 year, nearly 1 million people came in. So the Tories did not deliver on Brexit in any way at all. They never actually believed in it. And now Labour want to betray it. Well, I'll tell you something. You may think we're doing badly economically in Britain, but parts of the European Union are doing even worse.
This broadens his critique to a failure of the entire political establishment, setting the stage for his closing argument. Piecing these arguments together, the NIA Testimony Media Group analysis identifies a clear political and economic strategy. Politically, framing complex policy as a betrayal is designed to reignite the Brexit coalition, creating a potent issue for future elections and challenging both major parties. Economically, the critique hinges on sovereignty versus alignment, suggesting that following EU rules sacrifices UK competitiveness, especially in critical modern industries. Ultimately, this positions Brexit not as a finished process, but as an ongoing battle over the UK's strategic direction, a debate that is clearly far from settled.